Today I'm going to walk you through a few baby winter items. Now, we're not like backpacking through the Himalayas. You're going to need more advanced stuff for that. This is just for your average mom with a newborn coming soon. Maybe you're working on your baby registry. Okay, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. You'll see what I mean. So the first item that I want to share with you is this bear suit, as I like to call it. We had one. Let me scroll down just a little bit. Okay, so the footies are attached. So this is for a baby that's not wearing shoes yet, okay, a little one, all right? If you notice on the hand, this is a mitten that you can turn down and their hand can be free, or if it's really cold, turn it over, their hand is inside. You got the zip up, and then you do have the hoodie, okay? You could add a hat under this as well for a little more tightness on them if needed. Now, I don't know if we registered for this. I don't think we did. I think it was a surprise gift somebody gave us. And they gave us one in the newborn size and we loved it. This was not a daily user for us. So I wouldn't want to pay like $50. I'm not some avid backpacker. But when we had like some fall parties and things where we needed to be outside in the cooler weather with baby, this was amazing. It kept them so warm. You'd go to open them up and unzip them. Say I took them in the house to do a diaper change. They were so warm. It made me feel so good as a mom to know they weren't cold. Because temperature regulation is tough on little babies, and it's tough as a parent to be like, I'm fine, but are they fine in this weather? So absolutely loved it. As they get older, you can buy them where there isn't the footy. Okay, let me show you one of those. Okay, so this brown one here, if you notice, there's no cuff on the sleeve and there's no like footy attached, so they could walk around and be wearing shoes. Okay, so you're gonna want one for the newborn phase, potentially, where again, they're all covered snug as a bug. And then if they're walking, now you might not need both sizes because guess what? Your baby isn't going to be in cold weather year round unless you live somewhere very cold. So think at what age they're going to need cold weather attire. And you might not even need this item, okay? Depending again on where you live. It's also something you could buy secondhand. We did. We got a newborn one that was brand new gifted to us. And then we got a 6-month one for our other child. We bought it used. And then I think in a different time, I think for our first child, we got like a 9 to 12 month one that again, we bought secondhand at like a Once Upon a Child. So you can buy it new, you can buy it used. I recommend getting gender neutral colors. I wouldn't do the blue unless you're okay with a girl in the blue. I would not do the pink. All right, maximize. Gender neutral is always the way to go. So love this item. Again, is this like necessarily the highest quality? Like what are the best quality like fabrics, whether that would be like wool or like, I don't even know, fleece that really do keep you like warm? No, these are just whatever, you know, polyester, whatever they are. If you are advanced, get advanced gear. I'm just talking to the everyday mama. So bear suits are a huge item on my list. Another item that I strongly recommend for a winter baby are these like little fleece booties. Okay, let me scroll up so we can see that title there. Hudson Baby Unisex. Okay, so again on this, I would go gray. And I'm a big fan of gray. I wouldn't go with the white because they're gonna get dirtier. I wouldn't necessarily go with the black. Where's black? Is there a black? Because I feel like they show lint. Wouldn't go with the pink. Okay, I would go gray, like a light gray or even a dark gray. I didn't love putting socks on a newborn, but again, if we were gonna be somewhere where we were going outside and it kind of was like they need something on their feet, I liked these. I actually never bought any new and was not gifted any. I got them as hand-me-downs for my sister. She highly recommended them from her babies, and I only had one pair at a time. You don't need 6 pair of these, okay? Just have one, keep them handy, whether it's by the door, in the diaper bag, and when you are going somewhere, it's cool, and maybe baby's in an outfit where their feet are showing, strap these puppies on. They have Velcro, and they stay on very well. For me, these were a win. They're not expensive. Again, you could look for them secondhand, or buy one pair new for your first baby, and then just pass them down to all your babies. All right, go gray. That is my recommendation. My next recommendation for a winter baby would be a car seat cover. Now, actually looking at this one closer, this would not be one that I recommend because there's fleece under baby. That is actually not recommended. I only want one that is on top of baby and just keeps the wind from blowing in when you run into a restaurant or something like that. Let me find one that I would actually recommend. This is a no-go. Okay, so this is more like the one I would recommend. I don't believe there's any fleece in there. You just want the car seat on the bottom. So baby's still properly strapped in. I like the zipper. Typically, you're not gonna cover baby up. You wanna make sure they can breathe. Now, if it was like pouring down rain or super, super windy, you might cover them to just run into a building for like 10 seconds. In the car, you may actually want to even unzip them or like really fold it down, A, so it's not in their face, and B, if you're in the car and their car seat is, in the base and you have the heat running, they could actually get really hot in this. So be aware of that. Again, it's kind of like the bear suit. It keeps them toasty warm, but overall, I love a product like this. And of course, this is going to be dependent on where you live and the climate, the weather that you're experiencing, also the time of year your baby is born. Now, babies are in a car seat like this sometimes till about 12 months. So for you, that could be at any point in the year, you're going to hit winter. The other advantage to something like this is it's not in a size like 0 to 3 months versus 6 to 9 months like the bear suit. This works for any age. It just works with the car seat. So that's nice as well. And then I do want to say, I'm not saying you put them in the bear suit in a car seat. Absolutely not. Okay. The bear suit is more for when you're at a fall party and you're outside. This is more for when you're just like on the go, like running into church, running into a restaurant, into the store, and you just don't want them to get that cold air rushing on them. Okay, so love this item for a winter baby. Now, when it comes to sleeping, you're gonna get your baby sleepers any time of year, spring, summer, fall. But I just want to remind you, for winter babies, it is so great to have sleepers that have the footies attached, zip up, and then have that cuff for the newborn phase. Beyond newborn and 0 to 3 months, you don't need that cuff anymore. Okay, with this, you may also want to do wearable blankets. So on top of those jammies, you might want to do a wearable blanket like this. Wearable blanket or sleep sack, they're kind of used interchangeable. It's not a swaddle, but it's just an extra layer over baby. What's great about this though, it zips up, their arms are through it, it's gonna stay down on them. Blankets are not safe on little babies. This is the option to keep them warm. Okay, we're all about layering baby to keep them warm. Another item that I highly recommend for a winter baby is a hat. Now, the Carhartt style are super cute, okay, where it's just flat around. But I would say for itty bitty babies, it really can be nice to have the chin strap with a Velcro, because it's just going to keep more of their face warm, make sure the ears stay covered. Okay, now this one comes with mittens. Not a huge deal on whether it comes with mittens or not, but sometimes there are situations where maybe your baby is 6 months old and none of their outfits have the cuff, so you do want something on their hands. Are these mittens going to keep them extremely warm? Probably not, but it is still something depending on the weather. Wouldn't go white, I would go gray. I'm a huge fan of gray when it comes to items like this because it doesn't show a lot of dirt and you can get more like use out of it before having to wash it, because sometimes things like this don't wash the best, That would be my recommendation on a hat. Again, the Carhartt style, very cute. Sometimes they stay on well. I have experienced some toboggan style hats that did not stay on my kids. One of them was like velvety inside and it would like literally roll up. Weirdest thing, very annoying, and honestly, we wasted our money on those hats, which was such a bummer. So a hat would be my final recommendation. Again, though, if you are an extreme hiker and like into the wilderness, you need to find somebody that can really help you out on that. This is just for the general mama looking for some winter baby gear and baby items. All right, so these are my recommendations. All the links are going to be in the description and I will pin them in the first comment. Okay, so anything you're interested, want to add to your baby registry or maybe birthday, Christmas list for baby, there you have it. All right, check out some more videos on my channel talking about more baby gear and I will see you then.